That's right. We got the draft coming up this week. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys are too. The Raiders draft another defensive end that amounts to
All right.
nothing. I don't know.
All
We'll
right.
see.
Hold that. Max Crosby's your daddy. Hold that. All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode here on Locked Door MMA, where your hosts. I'm Brevin. This is my good buddy JP. And in today's episode, we will be going over every single fight for UFC Fight Night, Kansas City, Missouri. Ian Machado Garry taking on Carlos Prates. I'm super stoked for this one. I know JP is. It should be a great episode. Make sure you guys follow the picks, get them in now because the odds probably will change. It's a good fight card. And anytime we got a good fight card, we see a ton of movement. Before we dive into the card, we just want to say thank you if you're new to the channel. Appreciate having you. We know a few of you have joined this week and gotten subscribed, which we always appreciate. Welcome. We're happy to have you. JP, week off of fights. We're
Yep.
back with more fights. Feels good. Hopefully everyone had a happy Easter, but I'll let JP take over for the first part of this card.
Yeah. Feels nice. Feels normal. I don't want to say it feels like
Sure.
work. You have.
Life isn't normal without UFC.
It's not, bro. It's really not. I feel out of sorts on Saturday. I wake up and I'm like, come 2, 3 o'clock. I'm still gonna be sitting here not doing shit. So, but yeah, this weekend's not bad. I like this card. The more I dove into it, who were we just talking about that was supposed to be Jamal Hill was supposed to be on this card? That sucks, but hey, they'll probably get rebooked at some. But yeah, not a bad card. Starting off the card, Evan Elder, Gage Young.
Yeah, so short replacement, last second replacement with Gage Young. Evan Elder's opponent got arrested, I think, 2 nights ago,
Oh, he got
for
arrested.
charges with sexual assault regarding a minor,
Oh,
one that was
no.
like under the age of 14. And I had a very um long talk track about this individual because he was like in Iraq or something and was being hunted down by the Taliban. And so like the US embassy was able to actually capture him, take him to the airport and bring him asylum here in the United States. And on his way to the airport, they were getting shot at by the Taliban. Absolutely insane story. And now he's arrested for these allegations with, involving children, which is terrible. The bail set at like
Jesus Christ.
$400,000. I know. I dropped a bomb to start the show. It's wild. And so, Dana White and Hunter Campbell are sitting there like, what the hell is going on? We have to find a last second replacement. Well, in steps G Money, Gage Young. He's taking on Evan Elder. And both of these guys honestly have very similar fight styles. I think Gage Young is a little bit on the smaller end of this fight. Evan Elder is very well put together, but they fight similarly, going to enter the pocket, throw big strikes. Gage Young's going to look to wrestle a little bit. In my full opinion, JP, I just think Evan Elder is much more prepared for this fight. He's been inside the UFC. Gage Young, this is a short notice opportunity to get a chance to make a name for himself on this card. I just don't think it's going to happen on Saturday. So for that, I'm picking Evan Elder. He's just got to be able to stuff a few takedowns. He will land the bigger shots. I believe he has more power in his hands and he'll be just fine.
Um, Jesus, I felt like you just told me the plot of a movie that just came out. um, Jesus Christ. I knew it was
It was
short notice,
insane, man.
but the Taliban's shooting at people, and then he's like, hey, almost got shot up by the Taliban. What's his 14-year-old girl up to? Okay. Have fun with that, pal.
Yeah, not good.
I agree with you though. They both got similar styles. My only thing, I would take a stab at Gage. I would. I don't mind him at the plus 190. I think he's a decent wrestler. But the short notice thing, like you're saying, I don't know. Evan Elder's down to scrap too. He's not a bum in any means. Darius Flowers, the guy he just fought, I don't like Darius Flowers. I think he's trash, and then he gassed out. But yeah, I don't know. If it wasn't so short notice, I'd take a stab at Gage. I didn't mind his fight against Sal Killed on the Contender Series. Sal Killed looked good, but Yeah, bingo bango. I'll back you. I'll go Evan Elder.
Tough, man. That short of notice, like stepping in, UFC debut, you're 0-1 on the Contender Series. You haven't even had a fight inside the UFC, and they give you a brawler and Evan Elder who's not going to back down from anything. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think Evan Elder's a local guy. No,
Kansas
he
City?
fights out of Florida. No, I'm thinking of somebody else, but
Oh yeah,
he
he's
just kind
Steel
of
Cliff.
seems like one of those guys that would be from Kansas City. He's got sick tattoos. He throws big overhand lefts. Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Um, all right, let's move up the card here. Next fight, we've got Chelsea, the Brute Chandler taking on Jocelyn Edwards. Hey, the Brute's not her nickname. I'm sorry. It just flowed. I just had to throw it in there.
Oh man, Chelsea Chandler. Um, yeah, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. I'm going Jocelyn Edwards. I think she's a better wrestler. I mean, the girl that she just fought, who's that looking at? I mean, she went the distance with Eileen Perez. I think Eileen Perez would ragdoll Chandler too. I don't know. Nora Cornell fight was okay. I just don't like anything Chelsea Chandler does. She's, I mean, 6-3. She's big, sure. I don't know. Josiane Nunez, she just beat. She just got slumped. Like, I could care less. Give me Jocelyn Edwards. I think she'll do better on the ground. I don't know. I think she edges it out.
Yeah, bingo, bingo. I don't necessarily think she's a better wrestler, but I definitely think she can keep Chelsea Chandler from wrestling her, keep it on the feet. I think she's the better striker. She's got the longer reach. She lands more significant strikes than Chelsea does. She throws more volume. And overall, like that's just kind of her style. Like she's gonna strike. She'll shoot from time to time. I just don't think that's necessarily where this fight will end up. I think she should keep it standing. And honestly, Chelsea Chandler's pretty mid on the feet, so give me Jocelyn Edwards.
I mean, 6-3. Like, no shot. No shot. This next one should be a good one. Should be a barn burner. Timothy Cuamba and Roberto Romero.
Yeah, I'm excited for this one. Roberto Romero, I've been waiting for his return. He fought really well in his last time out. We saw him in that fight against David Onama, who was a very, very huge favorite in that fight. And with Romero being the big underdog, we're like, okay, he's just going to get dog walked. I think JP was actually at the house for this one. He steps in on
I
short
think so.
notice and he throws with Onama. He puts up a fight. He drops Onama in the first round. And I know JP and I were absolutely sweating because we had our buddy Colton on the couch. We told him to put some money on Onama. And then all of a sudden, Onama gets dropped. Well, Colton timed it up perfectly. After the first round, Romero was in the he was in the driver's seat, okay? Colton got in
Dog
at
money.
plus money on Onama, who was like a minus 1,200 favorite going into the fight. Absolutely insane. But with all that being said, he brings fireworks. I think he's got a lot of power in his hands. He does have decent wrestling as well. And he's not scared to fight. And I think with a full training camp, I really like this matchup for him because his opponent, Timmy Cuamba, is going to fight very similarly. He's not afraid to stand in the pocket. He throws a nice 1-2. He's just kind of on the smaller end of this matchup, similar to what I was saying about Gage. It's like power's not necessarily going to be on his side. I think the speed advantage probably will be, but I would count on Romero catching him cleaning his clock, if you will, probably finding a KO victory. But I'm going to take Roberto Romero also because I really just want to cheer for him.
um, this is interesting. This is very interesting. Everything you just said was basically everything that like. It's crazy how we watch film and we see the same things, and then we have drastically different takes on some fight. Kind of funny. um, I completely agree. Kawamba, the only thing I think he does well on the feet is his 1-2. It's straight. It's decently quick. It looks good.
Yeah.
Everything's there for it. Other than that, doesn't move his head whatsoever and goes straight back. Other than that, it's not good. Not good. I don't like his striking. I think Romero's slicker. He's got decent head movement. Sometimes we got to be careful about moving our head a little too much when our hands drop, but I like his head movement way more. I like his combos more. I think he's slick in the pocket. And I think if they scramble, I think he'll be faster in the scrambles and better in the scrambles than Bingo Bango. Give me a Romero.
Very nice. Yeah, dude, it's just like you said, it's there, like that right hand down the pipe,
Yeah.
throws it well. He kind of finds his range with the jab. Sometimes he throws that jab out just to knock the lead hand of his opponent down and then comes over the
It's
top of
nice.
it with
Nice.
that right hand very cleanly, but giving up a little bit of size, and I just think Romero hits a lot harder.
He's a dog too. Like you said, short notice. That was like days notice, wasn't it?
It was days.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dog.
And he came in and stole the first round, in my opinion. I mean, Onama could have won it at the very last second, but it was what it was.
Crazy round.
All right. Moving up the card. We've got Jacqueline Amorim taking on Polyana Viana.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Polyana date Poetan at some point? Or
I
they were
think you
like
told me that.
rumored or some shit. Who knows? Um
I don't know. I mean, Pereira's got a couple children. I hey, I don't know if you were supposed to put that on air. I really don't. I think that's kind of some he entrusted us with that
Yeah.
information and you just kind of
I'm
exposed
just
it.
leaking it, dude. I'm just yapping away. I mean, everybody knows how it goes at this point. Polyana, she's okay. I mean, who is she beating? You just look at her career; it's terrible. Anybody whose name is slightly recognized for women's UFC, she's lost to. The people she
Yeah.
beats, nobody's heard of, and they're not good. They're so bad. She can't wrestle. She can't win a decision.
Hmm.
So what is she gonna do? She gonna put you away to win? Amorim, and yes, I know. He lost the Sam Hughes. Okay. I
Sam
understand.
Hughes has been on a tear.
Yeah, I rag on Sam Hughes, but she has. All right, when we break her down, we pick against her, and she has been winning lately. But also, how is Polyana going to finish Amorim? She's a world-class jiu-jitsu gal. I mean, she's coming off of 2 arm bars in a row and then a ground and pound before that. Like,
Yep.
if they go anywhere near the ground, she's going to get outclassed easily, subbed. I don't care. Amorim's striking is not good, but I don't see Polyana winning in any fashion ever. Give me Amorim.
Bingo bango. Taking Amorim as well. JP said it. Better jujitsu. I think she's got better hands on the feet, and I think she carries more power. And I mean, maybe you can make the argument that Viana's fought better competition, but she's also lost to all those girls.
Everybody.
Like, I don't love it. Amorim, she's been on a 3-fight win streak. She's been looking good. If she comes in there and fights better than she did in the Sam Hughes fight, she'll find a lot of success on Saturday. So give me Amorim.
Oh, man, now that we got that out of the way, this is another one I'm very excited for. Malcolm Wellmaker versus Cameron Saaiman.
I really am pulling for Wellmaker because I feel like that would be a very cool name to promote,
Sure.
for these big time fights. If he just goes on an absolute tear and knocks people out cold, which he has the potential of doing. In this matchup, Cameron Saaiman, we saw him last time out against Peyton Talbot, got caught multiple times.
Got the
I mean,
shit
he
beat
ate
out of
a
him.
vicious knee. You know what I took from that fight though, JP?
Huh.
This dude is tough. Cameron Saaiman is so freaking tough. That knee that Talbot hit him with would have absolutely destroyed so many guys in that division. I think he is an absolute tough individual. Now, I always harp on tough guys. You don't want to be a tough guy in the UFC. You want to be a dominant winner in the UFC. Wellmaker, he's obviously making his UFC debut, but he's not very young. He's 30 years old. He's long for this division. He stands at 5'10". He's got a nice right hand. He's very slick. He's got good boxing. The one thing that really stood out in his Contender Series fight is like anytime he exits the pocket, he keeps his hands low. That's not going to be a very good idea against someone like Cameron Saaiman, who is a kickboxer karate style. Like he's going to throw a lot of head kicks. And if you keep your hands low as you're exiting or trying to circle out of the pocket, Simon's going to catch you with a kick. He's got to be very careful of that. I think he's an exciting fighter, but I also think this is a very tough matchup, JP. Cameron Saaiman, he's going to be very tough to knock out cleanly. You're going to have to do an absolute ton of damage to get him out of there. I think he's better on the ground, and I don't love the fact that Wellmaker is making his debut against Cameron Saaiman, who, let's not forget, was a very highly touted prospect. He just ran into the path of Peyton Talbot. unfortunate, but I think he gets it done. And right now, you're getting great value. He's an underdog. He's just got a lot more UFC experience, and he's very well versatile in all facets of the fight game.
Oh, wow. Yeah, it's crazy to me. I mean, the things that I'm going to have ready to say, then you just say it. Yeah, his exiting's just terrible. Like, his head movement's great. And you saw it in the Contender Series fight. That dude did throw a head kick, and it did kind of connect. It didn't connect clean.
Got close.
Yeah. He's sniffing toes. He's sniffing toes for sure. Oh my God, dude. I agree with everything. And like, yes, Cameron Saaiman is phenomenal value right now. I just don't know. And this is where I'm like, am I a dumbass for wanting to go the other way? Because I think that knee you touched on about Talbot landing that knee, Christian Rodriguez also landed that knee. Saaiman always does that. He dips like that. And if you can time it like those two, that's kind of like a chink in the armor. Because I feel like Saaiman dips like that all the time. But, I mean, he did clip Peyton a couple times in between getting his ass beat. But he was kind of a punching bag in that fight. I think he'll be better on the ground. I can see Malcolm having decent takedown defense with his size, his strength. I think he'll be able to defend a little bit. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Do you think Saaiman edges him out on the scorecards? Is that what you're picking?
I think there's a world where this fight can get to the ground, and we have never seen Wellmaker off of his back. I don't necessarily think the ground game's going to be there. I know he's a jiu-jitsu blue belt, but he's only a blue belt. Cameron Saaiman, to me, can dominate him on the ground if it goes there. I do agree. I think the takedown defense will be there for Wellmaker, given the fact that he has very long legs. But if Saaiman was to take the back, I think that's a dangerous world for Wellmaker. And if you negate some of this kid's power early on by kicking the arms, which Saaiman does, and he does quite well, I think it really gets close because these guys, when they rely on this one shot knockout power their entire careers, yes, it will get you to the big show. It will get you a shot at the UFC. It will get you onto the Contender Series. The guy who fought in the Contender Series, not very good. He didn't protect himself very well at all.
And lunge it in.
He jumped into the pocket, JP. It was not even a lunch. He jumped into the pocket, got caught, and got slumped. Cameron Saaiman, sure, maybe there's a potential he does the same thing, but he's been in the UFC long enough now. It's like, are you going to take away and learn from the Peyton Talbot experience? Are you going to take away and learn from the Christian Rodriguez fight? Those are big names inside this division. I mean, you see Rodriguez fight all the top level prospects. I'm surprised they don't have Rodriguez fighting Wellmaker.
And Christian missed weight. That was the second time in a row, actually. That dipshit can't make weight. Oh, neither can Edwards and the other bitch she's fighting. They can't fucking make weight either. That shit pisses me off.
Both of them. Chandler and Edwards have missed weight in their past two
multiple times. Oh my God, that shit pisses me off. But
their fight will be at a catch weight.
Probably. Yeah, and he's never been knocked out.
Are you making the scales? Sorry. I'm sorry. Whoa. I'm just imagining them two calling each other, "Hey, are you making weight?" No? Okay, cool. Neither am I. Let's do it at a catch weight.
Hey, I'm like 3 pounds over. Agree. I'm not doing it. All right, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, so am I.
Yeah, bingo bango. Give me Saaiman. He's never been knocked out. In the Talbot fight, he got hit a lot. Peyton Talbot is phenomenal. Dude. I understand Wellmaker is good. I think he is good. And he's 30, so maybe he does have a chance, but I agree. The counter-striking one-shot knockout power, I feel like Saaiman's level is a little bit above that. So I'll bingo bango. Give me Saaiman.
Nice. Yeah, I just worry about this one-shot power. What if it's not there on Saturday? Can he wrestle? Can he, does he have something else? Is he going to get kicked a lot? Saaiman will do that. All right, moving up the card, we've got Damon Blackshear taking on Alateng. Yeah, you guys get the picture. Look it up on Tabology. Alateng.
Alateng Haley, I think is how you say it.
Haley. Yeah, goodness gracious. Good job.
Kansas City, baby.
That's why I got my Chiefs jersey on,
Yeah, I
man.
figured.
You guys already know.
You had to bust it out. Hey, drafts this week. That'll be nice.
That is right.
That'll be exciting. Alateng Haley. Blackshear we've seen fight quite a few times. He was he your lock when he got slumped by Jackson?
Oh,
Was
did
he
I lock
mine?
him? I don't think I locked him.
I don't remember.
I don't
Maybe
think I
not.
would locked him on Blackshear.
But we did pick him for sure, and then he got slumped. Looked atrocious. Then he comes out his next fight after that, beats Cody Stamen, beats Cody Gibson. All right, he's got the 2 Cody patches right on his shoulders. Dude's phenomenal at jiu-jitsu. Don't like his striking. Don't like it. Cody Gibson was kind of piecing him up. I mean, that might be a hot take. Cody was landing. Yeah, he got submitted, but hey. Alateng Haley is way smaller than him and not good. I mean, name one big name person Alateng Haley has beaten in the UFC, bro. I mean, look at his resume, bro. The only big name, Chad and Helliger is his best win. I'm good. Add Chad to the 2 Codys for Damon Blackshear. Give me Damon Blackshear by sub.
Yeah, Bingo Bango also taking Damon Blackshear. The one thing to keep in mind is Alateng Haley is a good wrestler. He looked really good in his last fight as far as the wrestling went. If he can just go and wrestle Damon Blackshear the whole time, that would be interesting. Just because Blackshear's got great jiu-jitsu, I think he'll, find a Kimura or a triangle or something off of his back to ultimately get back up to his feet. And then when they're up on the feet, he's got a 5-inch height advantage. He's got a pretty large reach advantage as well. And Alateng Haley's striking is really
Jeez.
bad. So I think Damon Blackshear is going to look like a good striker in this one. And when Alateng Haley shoots in, we might see a guillotine. We might see, something.
I wouldn't
He
be
might
shocked.
jump the back. Yeah. I just think Blackshear is better all around.
Plus
So,
his size.
bingo, bango.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I like Alateng Haley because he's got these massive thighs, dude. He's got massive legs, and he doesn't check leg kicks, JP. So whenever he
I
gets
just
kicked
eats
in the
him.
fight, he just starts welting. So his legs welt, and then they're even bigger. I think Blackshear should implement that into his game plan.
Yeah, I can't stand people who do that. Like, you're just gonna sit there and get kicked in the leg all fucking night. All right, dude. You're not gonna be able to walk for 2 weeks, but sure. Next one, Chris Gutierrez, John Castaneda. Is this one even gonna happen? I wouldn't be
It's a great
shocked
question.
if it gets canceled again.
It's a great question. I know we've broke this fight down before. I think honestly, I've been
Like twice.
yeah. Have I been on both sides every time they match him
I
up?
think so. I think both of us have.
Let's see. I think he only had that one fight scheduled against Chris Gutierrez. I know I picked him against another guy that fight got canceled. But either way, um, Castaneda, pretty decent all around fighter. Um, man, kind of going back and forth in my head right now. I don't even know where I want to go with this talk track, but he's got a lot of canceled fights. I like him when he does fight. His last time out didn't look the best against Daniel Marcos. Chris Gutierrez, on the other hand, I don't know, dude. He's gonna stand at range and just kick you. He doesn't throw strikes with his hands. He just throws leg kicks. And I think Castaneda's got a little bit more of the press you up against the fence and find a takedown ability. And he's got more hands in this one because Gutierrez is not going to throw a single strike from the hands, bro. So I'm taking sexy Mexi. Give me John Castaneda. I just think he can check leg kicks. He can fire leg kicks back, kind of neutralize the leg kick statistics for the judges, and then show more with the hands and the takedown attempts. I think this is a super boring fight. Gutierrez fights a boring style. I think Castaneda can deal with it enough to probably edge out a decision victory. So give me sexy Mexi.
Yeah. This one's probably the one I could give a shit about on the card. I'm gonna go the opposite way. I'm gonna go Gutierrez. I think he does what Daniel Marcos did and just skips around the outside on his bike, Leg kick, leg kick. I think Castaneda's okay. He's kind of a pressure guy, but I think Chris Gutierrez, if he fights weird sometimes. Like he'll wait way too much, and with his
I can't,
style, you can't do.
bro.
Oh my god.
We've both picked him before.
Yeah.
I think in his last fight we both picked him, and it's like one of those styles where, yeah, he probably could find victories over these guys, but the whole time you're sweating it out. It's
Hmm.
like, dude, throw something with your hands, defend a takedown. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit there and pick a guy that's just gonna throw leg kick after leg kick. Like, sure, that's good as a game plan, but that's all he does. And I've seen Castaneda on film check a lot of kicks. So check one or two. All of a sudden, the leg kicks aren't there. I don't know.
I think he'll
More
be
ways to win for me.
faster. I think Chris will be faster. I don't know. Give me Chris.
That was a tough one.
Yeah, I could give
Fair
it.
enough.
I could give a shit. I'm not touching it with the 10-foot pole. But give me
All
Gutierrez.
right. Now we've got the two country boys up
Shoot.
here, Matt Schnell and Jimmy Flick.
Both basically the same person. One is 16-9, the other one's 17-8. Pretty
Yeah.
sure both have retired, and now we're trying to come back. Yeah, this fight sucks too. Jimmy Flick, the brick. Jimmy Flick. He has 15 submission wins in his career. 0 KOs, and he's been knocked out 6 times. Say, all right, settle down. Let's go to his decision record. How bad is that? How good is that? He's 2-2 with decisions. So he's either submitting you or he's getting knocked out. And half the time he goes to decision, he loses. I'm not a fan of Jimmy Flick. I think he's cheeks. Yeah, that's it. We talk about these one-shot KO home run shot guys. I feel like it's the same thing with grappling. If he gets it, he gets it. He does have a flying triangle or a flying whatever. Hey, you hit one of those, you must be pretty good. Matt Schnell, I mean, he's got his KO records just as bad in my opinion, 2-5. So at least he has wins, but been slumped several times. 9 submissions. He's fought pretty much everybody who's who in that division, I feel like. I mean, you look at his last 5. Cody Durden, Steve Erceg, Nicolau, Sumanderje, who we just saw, and Brandon Roybal. I mean, he's lost to Pantoja. He's lost to Rob Font. He's lost to Tim Elliott. I mean, he was on The Ultimate Fighter with Tim Elliott. I personally like Matt Schnell's stand-up a little bit better. Yes, he also gets clipped. I feel like he doesn't have to worry about that in this fight. Will that be his demise? Maybe. Give me Matt Schnell.
Yeah. Bingo bango. I'm going to keep it short and sweet. They call it Jimmy Flick the brick because he's got a brick for a head. It stays on the center line. He doesn't move it and he gets clipped. And in this one, Matt Schnell throws a lot harder. He has the potential to knock out Jimmy Flick, and I think he probably could. Outside of the grappling, Jimmy Flick's got nothing to offer, and Matt Schnell, he's got good grappling, so I don't necessarily see that being a viable game plan for Jimmy. So give me Matt.
Yeah, that's country boys going at it. I know you're excited for this one. Glad you get to go first for this one. The return of Ikram. Now, he's fighting Muniz. Muniz is trash. Brevin, fun fact for you. Do you remember the first card we ever did for the YouTube channel?
I know it was in the month of June of 2024.
It was Whitaker Aliskerov. The very
That was the first card
that we ever did, yes. I went back and looked today because
Wow.
I was like, I feel like, and it said June. I was like, that had to have been. And I would go back today and it was. But anyways.
Yeah, this one I think is teed up to be a very nice return fight for Ikram Aliskerov. They're giving him a guy that poses a threat on the ground, you could say. He's a good jiu-jitsu player, if you will, but that's really his game. I mean, Muniz is going to look to take your back and get you down on the ground and find a sub. And I don't think he does that to Aliskerov. I think you kind of see a well-rounded game from Aliskerov. He stuffs the wrestling attempts from Muniz and lands much bigger strikes on the feet. I mean, I don't like Andre's stand-up whatsoever. So I expect a very good performance for Ikram, and we're able to build him back up into being a top contender in this 185-pound division. I think the Robert Whitaker fight was what it was. You eat it on the chin like he did, and you move on. And here we are. I think he gets a dub on Saturday. Give me Ikram Aliskerov.
Boy, did he eat it for sure. That uppercut was gorgeous. Yeah, bingo bango for me. The more we sit here and talk about it too. I mean, Ikram's got a good front kick, a teep, throws it up the middle very nicely. I mean, Rob is Rob. Whether he gets his chin or his teeth broken by Hamzat or not, his stand-up is still nasty. He's quick. It's a little darting. He reminds me of like a little dart frog, a little tree frog with how quick he just goes. Muniz is not going to be that. Like you said, he's slow. Sure, he's defensively sound when he's standing up. His offense is terrible. Terrible. Like his combos, I don't even know how to explain it. He like half throws the punch because he's already starting the other punch. It's so weird to look at. And yeah, he's slow. Sure, he's decent at jiu-jitsu, but just like Brendan Allen was taking him down, holding him down. Good top control. Ikram's going to be heavier, stronger, better at it. Yeah, bingo bango. Give me Aliskerov.
Right, moving up the card. I'm excited for this one. If he knows why. Randy Brown taking on Nicholas Dalby.
Yeah. I mean, spoiler alert, if you guys don't know already, Brevin's taking Randy Brown.
Hey, man.
And Brevin will be the first to tell you guys, okay? You guys know he likes his tall, long, lengthy, skinny. He's all about those guys, okay? He loves those guys, quite literally. Nicholas Dalby is a fucking dog, okay? I believe he was on that card. I believe he fought, who did he fight on the Whitaker card? Renat the Rat. Yes, it was on that card. Okay. So,
Renat the Rat.
Nicholas Dalby was also on this card that we started with for the channel, and some say he beat Renat the Rat. That was Renat's first robbery win. But Dalby's a dog. He'll stick in it. Okay, he's tough. He has a lot of wars. A lot. He'll take your best shot. You might wobble him, knock him down, but he's there in the second and third round when you're tired. He's in your face. He'll take you down. He's a scrappy old vet. He is 40 years old with a bunch of fights that have been wars. And he's going up against Randy Brown, who is a fucking sniper. And that's why Brevin loves him so much. He's phenomenal with his hands. Long. He's good. Got good kicks. Got decent takedown defense. All the above. If Nicholas is going to sit there at range, he's just going to get pieced the entire fight. Give me Randy Brown. I can't pick a 40-year-old Nicholas Dalby who's always going in wars. At some point, bro, you're not going to be able to do it anymore, especially at 40.
Yeah, I hear you. Like, whenever that's your game plan, like you're waiting for the other guy to gas out, and then finally you're gonna get something going late in a fight. What are we doing? I ain't picking you. Give me Randy Brown as well. Bingo, bango. I mean, Randy Brown, JP said it. He's gonna have a major reach advantage. He's 6'3", he's standing at 6'3", weighing 170. Absolute monster for this division. And debatably, bro, he beat Brian Battle. In my opinion, he beat Brian Battle. Brian Battle is a bum. Then he beat Zaleski. He beat Muslim Salikov, who has crazy power on the feet. Should have beat Jack Della Maddalena. Got choked out in the first round. But if that fight went longer, I bet he's beaten him. Should have beat Vicente Luque. He got knocked out in that fight. But if he didn't get knocked out, he probably would have beat him. And he should have beat Bilal Muhammad, the current champion. Unanimous decision for Bilal Muhammad. Absolute robbery. Okay. Randy Brown is the truth. This dude's an absolute stud. He's fighting in Kansas City. I don't think he has any ties to Kansas City, but that is perfectly okay. Give me Randy Brown.
Wow. Wow. Randy Brown loses. Fake news. He never lost. Fake news. Um, yeah.
I'm gonna be his biggest advocate, man. This Randy Brown, he deserves a belt around his waist. He's the best fighter in this 170-pound division, bro. Give him a title shot now.
Oh man, Brevin's advocating for Randy Brown's title shot. I think Brian Battle beat him. Okay, I picked Brian Battle, but
You are riding Brian Battles. You know what, bro? You are the biggest Brian Battle glazer.
oh
Brian Battle.
man,
People don't even know his name. He's a bum.
the Butcher. Hey,
No,
we know he don't lose to French dudes. All right, we know that for sure.
I guess.
Wow. Yeah, Randy Brown. Randy Brown for both of us. Next one. This one. This one was hard for me. Very hard for me. Michel Pereira versus Abus Magomedov.
Yeah, man. This is a good matchup. Kudos to the matchmakers for this one. I think it's going to give us a lot of insight into this middleweight division on really where these guys are going to stack up afterwards. Magomedov, here's my thing about Magomedov. Like, he'll fight really well some fights, and then in other fights, just won't look that great. In his last time out, he fought a very dangerous opponent in Bruno Ferreira, survived the onslaught late, found an arm triangle late, fought a very good first round, and that's kind of like his thing. Even against the fight with Sean Strickland, in that fight, he fought a very good first round. Like, he starts these fights really well, and I guess that's a good sign going up against Michel Pereira, who also starts fights very well in the first round, very explosive, very strong, very powerful, and then starts to fade later. I'll be interested to see how much grappling Abus implements into his game plan in his last time out against Bruno. I mean, he was the most jacked we've ever seen him. He looked in very good shape.
There he was.
And then in Michel's last time out, he kind of got ragdolled by Pudgy Boy. What's his name?
Fluffy.
Fluffy boy,
Pudgy boy.
Hernandez. Yeah, a little pudge. So it wasn't a great look. Granted, that was a 5-round main event. Now he gets a 3-round fight against Abus. I will say, if he catches Abus, it might be trouble. Abus, when he gets caught, he starts to really not fight the best. I think his IQ starts to fade. He could get caught, but I think overall he's more skilled than Michel. So, JP, I think I know where you want me to go, but I'm going to go the opposite direction. Give me Abus Magomedov, the underdog, to get it done over Michel Pereira.
Interesting. Wow. Yeah, this one's so hard for me to pick. Yeah. So, first of all, he was jacked. He looked massive in his last fight against Fajeda. Gassed out, which I feel like you said, starts phenomenal. He fought amazing first round. Kept Fajeda at range. His kicks were landing. Everything was working. He was moving well. Looked good. Just gassed out. He just gassed out. And then he got clipped. And then it just all went downhill from there. He did shoot a couple good takedowns. I think Ferreira was clipping him. I think Ferreira was on his way to a dub. He had him rocked really bad. Then he just starts sprinting at him, just walking him down, doing wild spinning shit. Kind of fumbled the bag in my eyes. And then you got taken down, put in an arm triangle. They're both tired. He made a mistake. So yeah, it was a good by Abus. He's big as shit, way bigger than Pereira. So it was a good win. I just think Bruno fumbled, personally. I really do. Now I say he gets wild and shit like that and he fumbled the bag. Is Michel Pereira not going to be wild? Oh, because he is.
He's the wildest guy in this division.
Exactly. He will do crazy shit. He'll do a fucking backflip for some goddamn reason in the middle of the ring, in the middle of the octagon. But Michel Pereira is another one that when we watch him fight, we're like, this dude looks big as shit when he's in there after the weight cut, if he makes weight.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. And he hits hard, bro. I mean, he, in the first round against Fluffy, went to the body, almost got Fluffy out of there. And then fumbled the bag. Fluffy recovered well and then ragdolled him. Dog walked him. Do I think Abus ragdolls him? No. I think Michel Pereira is decent. He has good takedown defense. He has good grappling. Fluffy's different. And Michel survived much longer than I feel like a lot of people would. I don't know. This is such a hard one. I can see Pereira catching him. I can also see maybe Abus getting takedowns in like the end of the second, the end of the third, and edging it. I think Abus is going to gas before Pereira personally. I feel like they both have gas problems. Give me Michel Pereira. Fuck it. Whatever. Might be a dumbass pick. I think he can clip him. Give me Michel Pereira.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just kind of the thing is we've always seen a boost struggle when the other guy has a gas tank and he doesn't. In this fight, I think they're evenly matched as far as
They could both
who's going to
gas.
gas
Yeah.
out. They're both going to gas out, and skill for skill, I just kind of like the more technical guy in a boost. I think, it's going to be a little bit more precise punches coming from a boost as opposed to Pereira. Like, you only got so much that you can throw with the muscles that he has until you really don't have much else to offer. And that's kind of where I see this fight going.
I mean, yeah. It's
And the other thing too
a race.
is how many guys get flipped by Bruno Ferreira and are awake to tell the story,
True.
let alone win the fight.
I mean, he was hurt bad.
Right.
That's why I
but
think
the rest of
Ferreira
the division
fumbled.
is slumped on the floor.
Yeah, that's true.
And to be honest, Anthony Hernandez's stand-up game is terrible. That's why he just presses you against the cage and takes you down. So the whole shots to the body, he didn't even defend himself. And I think striking-wise, Abus is levels above Anthony Hernandez on the feet. It's just going to be a matter of what's the game plan for both these guys going into it. Will we see a wrestling for Abus? Will we see Michel Pereira initiate some of the grappling? I don't know, but I do know it should be fireworks because both these guys have big old muscles for this division. We'll see how long it lasts.
It's a race. It really is. Who's going to gas out first? And if Abus can put together full 3 rounds of how he looks in the first round, I mean, dude's a monster. But
yeah, it could be dangerous.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I'm going the opposite way, is what it is if it's dumbass. I'm going to watch this back on Sunday and be pissed.
All right. Next out, we've got David Onama taking on Giga Chikadze.
And I don't know. Giga's got decent stand-up. I mean, the Giga kicking is phenomenal. Brevin was talking about, I forget who it was earlier on the card. Kicking your arms, making your arms tired. Giga will fucking do that. Yeah, Cameron Saaiman doing that. Giga can do that. Got strong fucking legs. That power kick.
He'll do that better than anybody.
Way better than anybody. I mean, his legs are jackhammers. David Onama, he's not bad. I like his stand-up too. He's got decent grappling too, decent top control. I mean, Roberto Romero, like we were talking about earlier, gave him a hell of a fight, dropped him, and then Roberto got dropped at the end of the first, and then David came back and was wrestling up a little bit. I mean, their size, virtually the same. Giga's 1 inch taller, so they're the same size. My only thing is I don't love when Onama's in the pocket. The hands go from here to down here. He rips shots. Like, it's fast when he does it. It's fast, and if they crack you, they crack you. But they drop. And his chin pops up a tiny bit, and it's a little like that in the pocket. I don't think Giga lets it get that close. I think Giga's better at kicking. And I mean, when's the last time we see Giga get ragdolled? You know? I don't know. I personally like Giga's range. I'm going to take a stab at him. Give me a Giga Chikadze. Dog money.
Yes, sir. Bingo. Bango. Give me Giga Chikadze. JP said it. I mean, Onama, skilled, powerful. He's got great hands, but not something that Chikadze is, not used to. He's seen guys with great power inside of this division before, and it's a much different fight than Onama's last time out. This is a big step up in competition for Onama, and I get they're trying to build him up a little bit. Like, he is a 30-year-old prospect in this division that's working his way up. But Giga Chikadze, man, he'll stay on the outside and he'll fire his leg kicks similar to Shara Bullet with better hands and better takedown defense and better grappling. So, like, I do like the fact that Giga Chikadze can sit on the outside, in theory, and just chip away at Onama's legs, his body, and like JP said, there's a lot of times where his hands drop down, and you're gonna find the head of Onama, which is a recipe for disaster for any opponent going up against Chikadze. Because like JP said, he fires that kick up high. You have to block it. It not only prevents the head kick from knocking you out, but it tires out your arms. It takes away power from your power hand, which Chikadze loves throwing the left high kick. Onama, right-handed. I think it's just going to be one of those cases, man. Block a few kicks, forearms hurt. You don't really have your offense going. It's a long night when Chikadze's just dancing around the octagon. It's not in the apex. You're not going to chase him down a big octagon. I think Chikadze has the advantage here.
Yeah. I mean, put it this way: the longer it goes, I think the more in favor of the odds it would be towards Giga's side. Longer it goes.
Mm-hmm.
But interesting, man. Very interesting.
And that's the other thing. Like 145ers, I feel like a lot of times Onama's a much more
bigger.
big presence going up against some of these smaller guys. Chikadze's 6 feet tall. He's got just the same reach as Onama.
True. That's why I worry about in that pocket, bro. Because he does. I mean, again, they're fast. Like, he'll rip them. And if he gets to you first, that shit's rocking.
If you're used to these smaller guys with less reach, Chikadze will catch you.
And the kicks are just bring out that Giga kick, baby. Next one. Probably a lengthy breakdown here. Anthony Smith, Lionheart Smith, the final walk, is it? Do we know that for sure?
Yeah. I wouldn't say 100%, but that's kind of the direction that we're heading. Yeah.
Anthony Smith versus Mingyang Zhang.
Yeah. We saw in his last time out, Anthony Smith had a great performance against Dominic Reyes. He went out there fighting for his friend that had passed away and just wanted to feel pain, and that's what he got. Dominic Reyes gave him the pain, and you know what? I don't know if he got enough pain because then he signed up for a fight against Mingyang Zhang. They should name him Mingyang Zhang the Pain because he will give you a ton of pain. This dude has crazy KO power. I mean, it just throughout his entire career. You just look down his entire career. KO, 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 ground and pound, KO, KO. He's an animal. He really is. And I think they're really kind of building him up. A win over Anthony Smith is big. It retires Anthony Smith. Anthony Smith's the guy that's game for it. He'll get in there and he'll swing and he'll get caught. And then Zhang will look good and probably find a KO victory. So I'm taking Mingyang Zhang, the big time power puncher, young 26-year-old fighter going up against a guy that literally has come out publicly and said, "This is my last walk. I'm going to hang him up." That's just not a good recipe for success. So give me the mountain tiger to beat the lion heart.
Yeah. Bingo bango, give me Zhang. Anthony Smith's got to, bro. Like, this dude's been through the ringer, okay? And I'm not even talking about in the octagon. I mean, this man's fighting off intruders that break into his house in the middle of the night that are on drugs of some sort, and he's beating his ass. I mean, there was something else that happened to him that was nuts, and then his friend dying, telling Dominic Reyes to hit him in the face. This man's been through it, all right? And then he gets put up against these killers. And then everybody sees the Vitor Petrino win, okay? Vitor might be a fucking fraud. That's for damn sure. Sticks his neck right in a guillotine. Anthony Smith is pretty good at jiu-jitsu. He has been his whole career. So for Mingyang, for the love of fucking God, don't shoot some lazy-ass takedown with your head on the outside and give him a guillotine. Please, for the love of God. If he doesn't do that, he sleeps Anthony Smith. Give me Zhang by KO.
I don't want to get caught here because I was going to add that in my talk track. Like, Anthony Smith does have good jiu-jitsu. Like, he could find something on Zhang who's just unproven on the ground. We haven't seen him go into deep waters because he's got that crazy KO power. He ends fights early. So if it goes
Strong.
deep and you get a little tired and you make a mistake, Anthony Smith could catch him. And I would hate to see him get caught. Anthony Smith finds a sub and then retires off of that. Like, I don't necessarily want to get caught here. I'd say definitely stay away from the money line. Edge a little bit with the sub from Anthony Smith, and then put a little cash on the Zhang KO, which is still going to be, minus 200 or something crazy. So
God damn it. All right. We made it. We made it, and neither of us know who well, maybe he knows who I'm picking. I don't know. I don't know who he's picking though. The main event. Shadow Garry versus the Fighting Nerds Carlos Prates.
yeah, don't try to do that to me, buddy. You announced the last fight, so this is my fight to announce, and you're going first. We've got Ian Machado Garry taking on Carlos Prates. JP, give me your thoughts.
Are you gonna bet against the Fighting Nerds right now? Because I'm pretty sure I sat here and told you guys not to do it right now. You just can't. You just can't do it. Smoking cigarettes. I drink, I party. And then he goes out there and knocks people the fuck out. Okay. Ian Garry. Things have been said about his personal life, you could say. About his home life. Hey. You do you. All I know is the guy can fucking fight, okay? I could give a shit about everything else. Man can fight. Me and Brevin went opposite ways with MVP and Ian Garry when they fought. I have a lot of respect for MVP on the feet. And I thought, when I broke it down, I said, Garry, I think, should go to grappling. I think he's better, and I think he can win it. He did, and he won. Some people feel otherwise, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I think he's got good IQ as well. I think he's smart. He's decent everywhere. He's got good stand-up, decent grappling. Say whatever you fucking want about the Shavkat fight. Shavkat was hurt. Shavkat was that. Ian was this. Ian was that. He took Shavkat all 3 rounds. The boogeyman that you guys were saying is going to sleep everybody, choke everybody out. Took him all 5 or 3. Was it a 5-rounder or a 3-rounder? I forget.
It was a 5-rounder.
So they went the distance. Had his back. Almost choked out Shavkat.
Late. Yeah.
Like, we're not going to sit here, but he didn't. Look how fucking close he was. If that's Carlos Prates, you think he's getting out? We haven't seen Prates on the ground. So if you're going to sit there and tell me you know for sure he would, you're full of shit. You are just full of shit. On the feet, yeah, Prates is nasty. Shoot me might be a hot take. I think he comes out slow sometimes. I think he takes some time, works out to it. Yeah, it always works because he rips somebody with a knee to the body. Why are you letting him hold your hand, Radke? He's just standing there. Do something. Punch his arm. Do something. I don't know. I think it's a great fight. It's tough to bet against Fighting Nerds right now. So tough. 19-0, I think it is that they are. How many O's have we seen going this year? I think it happens. They're due for a loss. Give me Ian Machado Garry to beat Carlos Prates.
Wow. Last week JP's saying never bet against the Fighting Nerds, and then all of a sudden he's betting on Ian Garry.
Is what it is.
JP, I got a question for you.
Oh no.
Do you know Carlos Prates fought Charles Oliveira?
Did he really?
Yeah.
In what? No, I did not see that. How long ago was that?
2022. Go look it up on Tapology.
Ew. Did he grapple him? Kickbox?
No, it's not the Charles Oliveira, but he fought a Charles Oliveira. I found that very funny.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah, you look at Charles Oliveira's, you look at his Tapology picture,
Like,
just some bum off the streets, dude. But like, what a hell of a name, huh?
This dude
What a
fought at
hell of a name.
170, bro.
Yeah, what a hell of a name. Yeah, I'm Charles Oliveira. He's also from Brazil. So, like, you just walk around and tell everybody, yes, I'm Charles Oliveira. People see your ID. It's like, oh, yeah.
What got slumped with a jab?
Yeah. Oh, sounds about right. No. Carlos Prates, very skilled striker. I like JP's take on it though. He does come out slow. I mean, you see all of his wins here, round one, round two, round one, round two. But if you actually watch these fights, it's like he finds one punch in the second round, or he finds one punch late in the first round. And before that, it kind of looks a little slumbered. He looks a little lost out there. I don't know. Maybe the cigarettes and the drinking, the alcohol is getting to him. I don't know. And then, like JP said, we've never seen him on the ground. Maybe he's got great takedown defense. Maybe he's just so skilled like Alex Pereira where they just can't get him down. I don't know. We've never seen it. But you know what? In my opinion, I think he's a worse striker than MVP is, and he's not a better grappler than Shavkat. I think Ian Garry has all the skills to win this fight, really in any manner he chooses. So bingo, bango. Give
Wow.
me Ian Machado Garry to get it done and beat Carlos Prates. And here's the thing. We love the Fighting Nerds, don't get us wrong, but the Fighting Nerds claim to have a perfect record for like the last 2 years or something crazy. There's a guy on the Fighting Nerds that has a really bad record. They cut him from the team. They just said, you're
Is
kicked out
that
of the gym.
Krzyzewski? Is that who
Yeah,
you're talking about?
you can't pick and choose your records, okay? You have a shitty fighter in your gym. You can't just kick him out and say, "Oh, we're undefeated now." That's just not how it works. I mean, hey, call me crazy, but I found that, very telling.
Get the
It's
fuck out
cool.
of here,
Hype
dude.
yourself up. Get out of the gym. You're not part of the Fighting Nerds because you've had a loss on your record. Well, Carlos Prates, get ready to find a new gym because you're going to lose on Saturday in really any fashion that Ian Garry chooses. And yeah, for all the crap Ian Garry catches online on social media, from myself included, it's all just for clicks, dude. It's none of that's actually real. Ian Garry, he's a good fighter. If you go actually study all the stuff behind why his name is his wife's last name and all that stuff, you guys would understand it. But you're a bunch of casuals that like to hate on people. You like to hate on us. And you know what? JP is a great guy, and so am I. So let's rock with Ian Garry, and the rest of you, I don't give a shit what you have to say. He's going to get it done on Saturday.
Interesting. Both went Gary. Interesting. I don't know. For some reason, I thought you might lean Prates, but
Dude, Ian Garry is a fucking dog. They always call him, hey, we have this fight for you. Short notice. They call him in the middle of the night every single time, apparently. He just answers the phone. He says, yes, give me the fight. And he goes back to sleep. Dude's not afraid of anybody. He's very skilled. He moved his camp out to like Brazil to work on his jiu-jitsu and his ground game. I mean, he's got the kickboxing. He's very, very, very good. And people need to just stop hating and start respecting the skill set that this man has.
are you gonna hedge it all with Prates by KO?
I mean, sure, you can throw a little bit on a first round or a second round. I think it goes deep waters. I think Ian Garry holds the advantage in rounds 3 through 5. And hell, he might have the advantage in rounds 1 through 2 because Prates, like you said, is a slow starter. Ian Gary's going to come out there. He's got good striking himself. What happens if he catches Prates a time or two and then takes him to the ground, steals rounds 1 and 2? Now what? You're going to find a late finish on Ian Garry? I don't think so.
Yeah, you're asking for a home run shot. A home run shot to knock Ian Garry out. And I mean, the only person to drop him was Kenan Song.
It was that, yeah.
Was it Song?
Yes, I believe so. I'll tell you in 1 second. Yep, Kanong Song. You were at my old place there for that one, and we were a little worried because
Yeah.
Song caught him early. But
Well, shit
I
my
mean,
pants for a second.
he absolutely loaded up into that shot and caught him so clean.
Yeah.
Props to
Yeah.
Garry for not getting knocked out, and props to Garry for coming back and finding a knockout of his own later on in the fight.
Turned his head, buckled his knees.
It was nasty.
Like his chin touched his shoulder. It was bad. It was bad.
All right.
Yeah. Nuts. That was nuts.
That does it for the card, but that doesn't do it for the show. Don't go anywhere. We have your free pick parlays coming your way, just like we do every single week, starting with Lockdoor MMA's Lock of the Night. JP, what you got?
Don't get a money line. This is what I got. His money line is trash. I said it earlier. For the love of God, please Do not stick your neck in a fucking guillotine and have some dog shit takedown. Mingyang Zhang by KO to beat Anthony Smith. He should take his head off. I feel like it's a lamb going out to slaughter. Don't be stupid and try and reinvent the wheel. Come on. For the love of God. Get us back in the win column. Diego Lopez was my last lock. Was what it was.
Right.
But we're getting back in the win column with it.
That's right. You guys can't complain about a money line because we've been giving you plus money locks for the past couple of weeks. We're not doing that this week because my lock is going to be the return of Ikram Aliskerov. I think he gets it done. And whatever fashion he chooses, stuffs the wrestling attempts. He's got, I think, better jiu-jitsu in my opinion. You know who didn't get his teeth crushed by Hamzat? It was Aliskerov. He's a good grappler. In his own right. What's that?
Got slumped though.
Yeah, but he won't get slumped by Muniz. So let's rock with Aliskerov. Now, for Brevin's basic parlay, let me pull it back up. It's slipping my memory. I've got my lock, of course, Ikram Aliskerov to start us off. And then we have Zhang, Mingyang. Give me some of JP's lock action there. And then for my final leg, come on, Blackshear. I think he gets it. The monster. Give me Damon Blackshear right now. That's going to get you to a minus 145. Hopefully those odds improve a little bit. I don't know if they do, though, with Ikram and Mingyang in that basic.
Yeah. If I had to guess, I think they get even more.
They probably get worse, so get your money in now.
But it's hitting for sure. That one's hitting for sure. To the juicer. Hey, we're coming back. So nothing nuts. We got our dogs in there like normal, and then we got what has now turned out to be Brevin's basic. I did not know that was gonna be his basic, but obviously we are both on the same train of thought that those three for sure are winning. Blackshear, Aliskerov, and Mingyang Zhang. My other three. We're starting with first dog of the card. I was back and forth the entire time. Probably going to be a heavy sweat, but Cameron Saaiman at plus 100 right now. I just think it's great value, and the way me and Brevin just talked about it, I am on the Saaiman side, so throw him in there. He is the first dog of the night. Next dog, Giga Chikadze, plus 160. I think he stands at range. I think he's better than Onama on the feet. I think he's more technical. We can get it on the cards. Might catch Onama. There's a chance he catches Onama. And then the third one in the main event, a decent money line, minus 135 for Ian Garry. I think he beats Prates. Right now that's at plus 1,400. No, plus 10,000. Nothing crazy. Okay. Trying to hit one this week, not hit 5 out of 6 legs again. Jesus Christ. That's all we seem to do. But yeah. It's juiced, baby. Out in Kansas City. Out in Brevin's stomping grounds.
That's right. We got the draft coming up this week. I'm excited for it.
Yeah.
Hopefully you guys are too. The Raiders draft another defensive end that amounts to nothing. I don't know.
All right.
We'll see.
Hold that. Max Crosby's your daddy. Hold that. All right.
Bro, I don't think you have any room to be calling anybody on the Raiders a daddy of the Chiefs. I mean, Mahomes has owned you since he came into the league.
Shut the hell up. All right. Crosby's in his head. All right. In his head. Rent fucking free, brother. Hey, bro,
Crosby
don't touch
should
me
get
like
another
that, bro.
tattoo of Mahomes.
Don't do his little Kermit voice. I can't do it. Do his little Kermit voice.
Dub's a dub. A dub's a dub.
Yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, just excited. UFC's back, bro. Get something to do Saturday.
That's right.
I'll just gotta sit around, twiddle my thumbs.
We need lives, bro. We don't have lives.
That's fair.
That's what I'm learning from this.
That's fair. Somebody should make a fucking movie about that guy that got his fight canceled. Because that was nuts.
True. Yeah. It was a scene out of The Night Agent. Yeah, running away from the Taliban, shot at by the Taliban on the way to the airport, made it to America, started training at Team Alpha Male, scheduled to fight Evan Elder, and then decided to do some very bad things.
Very bad things. Yeah. He was a PDF file. I believe we have to say that so we don't get. We're not even monetized. Oh my god. And Brevin, anything else for the people?
Thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys enjoy the fights, and we'll see you next weekend.
Oh man. Fights are back, baby. Tune in. We're getting a perfect card. You heard it here first. As always, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure. Bingo, bango, baby.